be asked questions.
I mean, it just if he say he don't like me, it's like fuck you. Like, you know what I mean?
I respect that.
But I mean, like me personally, I don't know him. Like, I don't know him personally. I actually like the way he fights and shit.
Gervonta Davis and Terence Crawford are at it again after Crawford responded to Davis' comments during the final press conference ahead of his fight against Lamont Roach. When asked about Crawford's statement that he doesn't like him and whether there was a chance they could become friends after their boxing careers, Davis didn't hold back, setting the stage for another heated exchange between the two champions.
Like he's a scumbag. It's like he's a great fighter. Sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
What I got from this is that he's just a straight-up hater. Gervonta Davis fired back. He knows me as a person, but he says he doesn't like me. He doesn't even know me. I don't give a damn about him. Damn him, and damn everybody with him. Davis didn't hold back, launching a more brutal response than the one Terence "Bud" Crawford had initially thrown his way. Meanwhile, many in the boxing world believe that Crawford's decision to pack on 14 pounds to face a tough Mexican fighter, known for having one of the best chins in the sport, might be an uphill battle, even for someone with his elite skill set. However, Crawford remains unfazed, pushing forward and securing the highly anticipated fight, which is now set for this September.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like,
speaking to Fight Hype about the highly anticipated matchup, Bud Crawford emphasized that his motivation was about pushing his limits and cementing his legacy. I want to challenge myself. Canelo is a great fighter, an all-time great, one of the best to ever come out of Mexico. I consider myself one of the all-time greats too. So why not? Why not put it to the test? History favors those who take big chances, and big chances bring big rewards. I'm chasing that big reward. However, during a recent media scrum promoting his own world title defense against Lamont Roach Jr. this weekend, Gervonta Davis wasn't buying it. He dismissed Crawford's reasoning, claiming that the real motive was financial. Crawford needs the money, Davis stated bluntly.
I don't give a him. If everybody had a clue, I mean,
Same question for you.
You're a proud father.
The knockout artist from Baltimore then briefly analyzed the fight, but quickly veered off into speculation, hinting at possible foul play due to Crawford's association with Victor Conti's SNAC nutrition program. He definitely needs the money, no doubt about it. But listen, he's a good fighter. I'll give him that. Smaller fighters tend to be better than bigger ones because they know how to move, how to adapt. But let's be real. Didn't he get clipped by Yuriorkis Gamboa? Right? How the hell is he looking this strong over the past year? He hasn't been getting rocked or anything. That's that SNAC stuff. I'm telling you all.
I'm easy work. I heard him say, I'm easy work. If I was easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But
with Davis seemingly not a fan of the fight between Crawford and Canelo, his coach, Calvin Ford, has also weighed in on how he sees the matchup unfolding. The debate over who would win between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford continues to spark heated discussions. A clash between these two pound-for-pound greats would undoubtedly be one of the biggest fights in boxing, though it would require Crawford to make a significant jump in weight. Davis's trainer, Calvin Ford, recently shared his thoughts on the potential bout in an interview with Fight Hype and appeared to be leaning toward one side.
Terence Crawford, Canelo situation, do you think that's a fight where they could get to a weight that makes sense? Do you think that the weight would affect Terence Crawford?
I mean, Canelo's the king. Whatever he say, you know what I'm saying?
Canelo is the king. It's a good fight, and I'd love to see how it plays out, Ford stated. Canelo has been making smart moves for his fights. Ford also reflected on Crawford's recent performance, when he moved up to 154 Olbs to face Israel Madrimov. While Crawford secured the victory, he was unable to get the stoppage. It was his first fight at that weight, so you can't say he didn't carry his power up there. He just had to make adjustments, Ford explained. It's similar to when fighters move up in weight. It all comes down to adapting. I hope Terence Crawford gets another fight at that weight, so he can prove to the world that the power is still there. If it's not, then we can start asking questions.
I'd like to see that fight, the outcome of it, you know what I'm saying? And then watching Canelo been making some good moves, you know, as far as fights and whatnot, you know.
Ford wrapped up his thoughts by explaining why he believes Crawford is pushing for a showdown with Canelo. Terence is a bad boy. He's moving up because he wants this fight. He's not getting any younger, and he's doing everything he needs to cement his legacy, Ford stated. Crawford, who recently admitted in an interview that he dislikes Davis on a personal level, will likely respond to these comments in the coming days. The 37-year-old from Omaha, Nebraska, has accomplished more than most fighters could ever dream of since making his professional debut in March 2008. He has captured world titles in 4 different weight classes and became the undisputed champion at both super lightweight and welterweight. Now, as he gears up for a mega fight against Mexican superstar Canelo Alvarez later this year, Crawford has also taken aim at a reigning world champion, calling him out for what he perceives as arrogance.
And he's in the limelight and stuff like that, but in certain situations he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his way.
Speaking on the Cigar Talk podcast, Terence "Bud" Crawford didn't hold back when discussing his disdain for World Boxing Association lightweight champion Gervonta Davis. "I just really don't like that dude. I really don't like him. I don't like anything about him. I feel he's one of those arrogant little guys who uses everything he's got to shield himself. He's got a ton of security around him and is constantly in the limelight. But that doesn't justify his actions in the ring," Crawford asserted. When pressed on whether he respected Davis as a fighter, Crawford conceded, yeah, he's a damn good fighter. I respect him for his skills, power, and tremendous boxing ability. But his core personality and the way he carries himself, nah, not so much." Despite his personal feelings, Crawford acknowledged Davis's undeniable talent inside the ring. However, a potential showdown between the two stars seems unlikely anytime soon.
What y'all? Come on, man. Tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at. All right.
Due to the current weight gap, Crawford's most recent bout was at 154 Ulbs, and his highly anticipated fight against Canelo Alvarez is scheduled at 168 Ulbs. In contrast, Davis has spent the majority of his career fighting at lightweight, with his highest weight class being super lightweight. This weight advantage has contributed to Davis maintaining an unblemished 30-0 record.
I don't know, it be little clips, like you see how man him was talking and then somebody else talked his crew. Mm-hmm. That's what get me up. That's what make me I always want to prove to somebody that I'm.
Shaker Stevenson currently holds the WBC belt, while Keyshawn Davis recently claimed the WBO title with a devastating body shot knockout of Dennis Barrick on Valentine's Day. Terence Crawford was in attendance to witness his training partner's impressive victory,